So, Danny, welcome back for another guest session of Waiting for Nintendo as we wait for Jason Graves to return from his extended holiday. I have a question for you, and it's, what do you think's coming in the holiday for Switch 2? There's got to be something unannounced, right?
There's something coming. There's something coming because Nintendo has already sold their system to like the hardcore Nintendo fans. All the people that got in line, they want to Switch. They're good. Now Nintendo has to drop something that appeals to the, hey mom, I want to Switch too. But don't you already have a Switch?
Yeah.
They need to give kids or the younger people who can't go to GameStop and spend their paycheck on a Switch 2. They need to give the younger folks something to sell to their parents to get them to put a Switch 2 under the tree.
Yeah, it's kind of like they kind of need to sell to you because, you know, as we discussed earlier, you don't have a pre-order yet.
People like me too.
It's like they need to kind of get all those people. They need something to pull them in who are like on the fence. I don't need to play Mario Kart World at launch. I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm kind of like, we'll see when Metroid Prime comes out.
Right. What's the rush?
Yeah. But like to me, like I was a little kind of like, well, they kind of have a few hit games, and that's like what they've been rocking with the Switch for a while. Even though the Switch 1, its first year was absolutely star-studded, like loaded with amazing games.
Right.
But the fact that they had that Mario, or they had Donkey Kong Bonanza, the fact that Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming a month after launch and not like October makes me think, okay. Like I know about Pokemon, like, you know, like Z to A, but like let's get real. Like there has to be a major Nintendo release coming this holiday season, like October, November, December. There's gonna be something big. Well, maybe like a Zelda like remake, maybe like something from Monolith Soft, something for like core gamers.
Drop a big name, drop a big IP into the holiday season, and that'll put a lot of Switch 2s under the tree.
It's not like they're hurting that bad. I mean, they're sold out of pre-orders.
Yeah,
by
they're doing
of,
good.
Like, every system, but you can't just have Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza and Air Riders. Air Riders was like anti-hype for me. I was like, okay, I've got my racing game. You're giving me a second racing game.
And like, it's a super unconventional racing game. I don't know if you've ever played Kirby's Air Ride, but it's a very stop and go.
I haven't. Jason told me about it.
Yeah.
The fact that it's one button for everything.
Yeah, it's weird.
I always thought it was cool. I always planned to try it, but I look at that game and I feel like it's one of those games that has like a lot of fake fans, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Huge Air Ride fan excited to play it for the first time. That kind of meme, like people just getting worked up over like, I want to be excited about something, and I've just randomly decided right now it's going to be Kirby Air Riders.
Big Kirby fan, by the way.
Oh yeah, are you really?
Huge. I love the little pink puff ball. Like, I'm not even kidding. I love Kirby. They're just
we talked a little bit about
platform itch, but it's so like comfy and cozy. It's like a less stressful Mario. I love Kirby.
It's tougher for me to get into Kirby games with how easy they tend to be, but Forgotten Land was comfortable. It was like there were like, you would die. You know what I mean? And
I'd be sweating a little bit.
I had a lot of fun with that game actually. And I had fun with Triple Deluxe and Robobot as well, a little bit on the 3DS. And I have Return to Dreamland, but I haven't played through it yet. I have it physically.
Return to Dreamland, is that for the Wii?
Like the remake they put on Switch.
Oh, that's right.
What was it? It was something. I forget the name, but it was like up to 4 players at once.
I remember that. I didn't get that. I didn't get that one.
And, I enjoy the Super Nintendo kind of golf game a lot. That one's fun. I forget what it's called. My buddy always liked Tilt and Tumble because it had the gyroscope and the cartridge.
For the Game Boy, yeah.
Yeah. And I had, I played through the NES game, but I didn't finish it, and I played through it on the 3DS, the 3D Classics version. So, like, I've dabbled in Kirby, and I do like Kirby. But, like, I've got Mario Kart. What are we doing with the 2 of the 3 big announcements being racing games? Like,
there's got to be more.
Excuse me?
There's got to be more to
Where's
it.
the fat RPG? Where's the Fire Emblem?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Genealogy of the Holy War, aka Descent into Jihad? Like, where's like give me some spice.
Yeah, drop some spice, drop some big, weeby games, put some big names out there, but also put out something like to the kind of like casual Switch players, the people who are still playing Animal Crossing on their old Switch. Like that's all they need.
Well, that's actually something that it could be. It's been since COVID since we had New Horizons. I mean, you would have thought they would have accelerated something like, are you really going to wait 8 years again for a new Animal Crossing? And they cut that game off fast.
Yeah.
Like, everyone expected more updates for a lot longer, and they just kind of like ended it. It's over.
Which is weird for a game like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, no, I think Animal Crossing would be extremely hype, and that's something that would very broadly appeal to people trying to relive when they got to stay home for a few months, and that was actually really nice.
100%.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Yeah, no, 2020 was one of the best years of my life for sure.
Oh, Lord.
It was like I had a terrible commute driving between work and school at the time and home, and it was just like suddenly I didn't have to do that anymore. And it would just like save me. I had unlocked hours of extra time in my day, not having to worry about parking and everything. Oh, it was the best.
That's really jarring.
But if you could pick, I guess, like maybe one or two games, what would just like make you like start? What would have you in the streets looking for a Switch 2 on launch day knowing it was coming? Like, what would get you actually excited?
Oh man, this is gonna be weird, but
that's fine.
Put, for a lack of a better word, put a normal Zelda game back out there.
Oh.
I love Breath of the Wild, but let's bring it back a little bit.
However unrealistic that might be, I think that's perfect. That's what would get you maybe maximum hype.
Yeah,
like
100%. Like
because
A Link Between Worlds
game was a Ocarina of Time remake.
Oh yeah, for the 3DS, yeah.
Not the 3DS one. I'm saying like for the Switch 2.
Oh,
and I'm saying not in the style of like kind of like a really like a full on like FF7 style Ocarina of Time remake.
Do something like that. Maybe do even something like Link Between Worlds, which was kind of a remake.
Ura Zelda would have me looking for 4 Switches.
Right.
Like that idea of like there was going to be a new like Ocarina of Time. What? A secret? Have you followed that at all? Like from way back when? Okay, I'll stop talking about it. But it was kind of just like this thing, and it kind of ended up becoming Master Quest, but it maybe started as something else.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, Miyamoto was up to something with the 64DD.
He's always up to something.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, the disc drive. I found out about this from Hard for Games, so yeah. Don't know if you've ever watched their channel. But
sorry, no,
it's fine. It's like it's actually like kind of niche, and I don't know. It's one of those channels I don't even know how I found it anymore. But Jason's a huge Hard for Games fan.
Oh my gosh, Hard for Games. Yeah, it's just the one guy now talking about like rare beta stuff.
Yeah, that's how they got big. Actually, was like they stopped doing their regular thing, and it's like all like betas and demos and rare like prototypes, which I still think is cool. I'm still subscribed, but it's like I do miss just the dudes on the couch playing the game, and it's not like I would ever unsubscribe, and it's not like I think that it's bad that they're pivoting in a direction that's successful.
No, good for them.
I'm like something. It's kind of like, honestly, it reminds me of Tappers a little bit. They're older videos.
They're like a reverse Danny DeVoid,
getting together, dicking around, and like playing some games. Like, I really like that. Passing the controller. That's something that doesn't happen anymore. Like going over to a buddy's house, passing the controller.
I was hoping to capture that.
I guess I should pick for myself as well.
What's on your monkey's paw?
Well, it's always going to be Doshin the Giant 3, but it's not. So I have to, let me think.
What happened to the other two?
Yeah, we never got Doshin the Giant 1 over here, and Doshin the Giant 2 is a really weird game where you pee on stuff, and it never left Japan.
I've never heard of Doshin 2.
No, it's weird, dude.
What?
It's only on the 64 DD.
That is crazy.
It's very weird. And so it would be funny to have a game come out and it be 3, and like people are like, I don't even know what the hell 1 and 2 are. But it is the face of our channel, it's Doshin. So that would be a little special for us.
Doshin's cool.
I feel like, because of DK, we're not getting a Mario, and I kind of want to pick something that might still be in the cards. Probably, I'd like to see maybe a new Xeno game, or not even like Xenoblade, but like just
something
like
in that universe.
Maybe something totally original from Monolith Soft. I think is on the table. It's been a while.
Yeah,
that would be insanely cool, and or a new Fire Emblem.
I was gonna say that. I think a Fire Emblem would be a great way to just round out the rest of 2025.
Engage was one of those games where it was kind of like, all right, you kind of had everyone with 3 houses, and then you dropped Engage, and everyone was like, ooh, that's a hairstyle.
Oh, with the Colgate hair?
Yeah. Now, I think it looked like kind of cool, but like the whole gimmick of Engage was just like not really that appealing to me. I didn't buy it. You know, I didn't bother, basically.
My wife's a hardcore Fire Emblem fan, so she played them all, and she didn't talk about Engage as much as she did Three Houses.
And Three Houses was fun. So is your wife like? She's played them all.
Oh yeah, she went back and played. She's got like the special edition port of the NES or the Famicom game on the Switch.
That came with, like, that was really, really cool.
That glass cartridge. Really cool.
No, that was. I kind of wanted to get that, honestly. I kind of regret not, because it wasn't even that expensive at the time.
Yeah, and it's a good way to have a little physical thing to come with your digital game. You know.
You cut out for 1 second, but I'm waiting to see if it's. Oh no, we're back. We're good.
Okay, good.
It's probably going to be fine on the actual thing.
Probably.
She probably would hate my taste in Fire Emblem games because I've played so few. Because other people who are big into Fire Emblem, I feel like, well, the thing about Fire Emblem is people get strong opinions. They develop strong opinions about Fire Emblem and which one's better and which one sucks. Does she hate any of them?
Not really. She's
cool.
She's just a mega fan. She kind of leans more. I know there's a divide that happened when Awakening came out, and it kind of got into the little dating simulator type stuff. She actually, I know some people who don't like that. She's into that. She loves that.
No, super into it myself. It's literally the best part of Fire Emblem Awakening to me. I love that game. The fact that like it's not even dating for you. I'm dating for everyone. I'm like I'm reading the supports. I'm like, they're a perfect match. And then sometimes it's like, okay, I can tell it wants me to put them together. But like if I just shift you over here and you guys start fighting next to each other, I loved that game. And having the child units where it's like suddenly I'm playing Nintendogs trying to like breed like the perfect puppy. Like it's hilarious. Absolutely super into Awakening. The divide I thought you were mentioning is some of the Fire Emblem games lean more into pure strategy and others lean more into it being an RPG.
I've heard about that too.
Awakening's an RPG, but I love that.
Right.
I love RPGs, but I understand someone who like maybe like grew up like cutting their teeth on the first like 6 Fire Emblem games, and then it's kind of like, oh, they're not really making them like that anymore, are they?
Yeah, like Advance Wars or
Famicom
Wars, like the old school strategy.
The
RPGs.
first Fire Emblem and like Fire Emblem 4 and like Thracia, those games are like really strategy based. And then like you have a little more wiggle room in a lot of the other later titles. Right. And so the only ones I've played are Sacred Stones, Awakening, and Three Houses. So I've only touched 3 of them, but I still feel like I've gotten so much game out of them because each one of those, other than Sacred Stones, I've replayed Fire Emblem Awakening probably 6 times.
I heard there's a lot of replay value.
There's so much. And it's funny because then they came out with Fates and I didn't get it because I was like, I'm not buying this game twice.
Oh
And you're
yeah,
out
they
of
were
your
doing.
mind if you think I'm buying it 2.5 times to get the actual path I'd want to take.
They
Get
pulled a
outta here.
Pokemon. Yeah, they pulled a
Yeah, no, I
Pokemon. Two
know.
versions.
I was like, I've, you know what I did? I voted with my wallet.
There you go.
I just wasn't.
We all know that
I wasn't
works.
going to be had. And I feel like, you know, I was kind of more tempted to get Shadows of Valentia, the remake of Gaiden, when that came out on the 3DS. And you know, I'll probably still play these games eventually, but like at the time, it was just kind of like Awakening gave me so much game, and now I feel like you're nickel and diming me over here. It's why probably a lot of people aren't buying a Switch 2.
A lot of people are just still casually booting up Awakening.
You think so?
It's just held on. The wife will boot it up sometime. I'm like, what are you playing? Oh, you pulled out the old 3DS, and I look over, and
the best
it's Awakening.
opening. Oh, that opening cutscene's so good, dude.
Yeah.
No, I love Awakening. I should bring my 3DS when I come to visit you guys. And
You should.
Street Pass. That's exciting.
Wow. Street Pass.
So make sure your 3DS is charged.
I will dust it off and plug
ready,
it in just for you.
All right. Well, I
Last
guess
seen 10 years ago.
that's our discussion on could there be a big surprise left this year?
Drop
/ Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem's a great choice, though, to just not only round off the genre of games coming to Switch 2, but to also drop a big IP. You know, I think Fire Emblem would be perfect.
One more thing I should say, I'd be open to just a completely out of left field I never would have ever guessed. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball 2 coming to the Switch 2 this holiday.
You can now use PayPal.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.